What is going on? Is this live? Hey everybody. Why is it making me hold this vertical? I told it to go. Ah! What is going on? Okay. Hang on. It's just us, Margaret, I think. One sec. How do I do this? No. It's always something. Always something. And it's so hot in here. Can we turn the air on? Hey, everybody. This is why I don't do this vertically. It just and it's mirrored and I'm sweaty. Y'all, you're seeing the real shit here. Fucking A. I don't know what to do. I seriously don't know what to do except put that there. I don't know. What's up, Margaret? Who else is here? There's Arrow. Yeah. Pay no attention to the person who doesn't know what they're doing. I set the YouTube settings for the YouTube live streams have just gone completely haywire. Just gonna throw that over there. Hang on. No. Okay. Meg's here too. I know. I know. Hi, y'all. Well, it's air conditioning wars here at the church because we come in the morning and I turn on the air so that it's not hot, and all the old people come in and a couple people get to them like, it's cold in here, and they put the heat up. I go and get a coffee. I come back. I'm like, why is it set on 74? Good God. in the sanctuary inside, and I am schwitzing because of it. And I'm drinking hot coffee. Good Lord. Good Lord. Well, I'm here. And I'm gonna break out the chat. And then I'm going to get out of the actual live stream so that I can see the chat and I can talk to y'all. Well, hey everybody. Thank you for finding us. Yeah, Margaret, I mean, seriously, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, who all is here? Who all is here? Yeah, we keep our home like an ice box, y'all, because I'm a polar bear and I just need it. Yeah, I just need one of those. I honestly, in the summertime here, I used to come with one of those little fans that goes around your neck, and during the sermon, I just sit there, just fanning myself, because holy crap, it gets hot in here. Ricky, we're gonna take a breath. We're gonna take a breath. We got all of our friends here. Thank you all for finding us here. Here's what I did. I set this up earlier, and I set it for 1 o'clock because that's what I'm used to setting it for. And I knew that I was going to have to do this at noon. And so I go on at like, 20 minutes until we're going to do this. I'm like, okay, I set it for the wrong time, and I went to try to change it, and it made me like redo the entire thing. So then it set up a second live stream. So then I had to delete the old one, and then I was like trying to type really fast on this one on my phone, and I think I did some typos, but I'll fix it at some point. But we're here, friends, and the reason why we are here an hour earlier than we normally are is because, as you can see, I'm at my church office, and on the third Sunday of the month, I have these extra services that I have to play in the afternoon, and so I stick around here and get a second coffee. That's always good, and I come on and I chat with y'all here in this down hour, and it's good. It's good to do this. So, who all is with us? Margaret's here, Heidi's here, XBIA. There's Jocelyn. Kelly's with us. There's Arrow. Arrow, how was your wedding? I hope all was good. Hope you're not hungover on a Sunday. Jeff is with us. Happy retirement, Jeff. Congratulations, buddy. That's always good news. Ricky's with us. There's Bill C. Nikita's here from Italy. Hello, hello. Greetings, greetings. Let's see. Satori is here. There's Barry. Ben is here. Wonderful. There's Sheila and Russell and Andy. Andy's here from Chicago. Y'all still having dust storms in Chicago? That looked crazy, y'all. Wonderful, wonderful. Harold says not too bad, but I need a nap. I think that's every Sunday, right? I think I'm gonna take a nap once we get home, and then I'm watching the final round of the PGA Championship because, like a crazy Doug, I enjoy watching golf on television.
Watching golf is fun.
It is soothing. It is soothing, and I really love it. And the final round of a major today, and it's a packed leaderboard, so it's going to be fun to watch all of that. I think we have a music club today as well. What time does that start?
2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern. And our friend Estrone is leading that, right?
Yes.
Cool. So Discord folks, we've got a music club here in another couple of hours at 2 o'clock. We'll try to pop on there as well. Yeah. And yeah, it's going to be a lovely day. It's really pretty here today. And we'll also see if we can get Trixie out to the dog park. Yeah. Because you know what the vet told us? The vet told us you got to stop giving her all the treats because she's a little chonky.
She's cute.
She's cute as shit, but she's a little chonky. She needs to get some. She needs to walk some weight off, as they say. Can we both get in here on a vertical? On a
Even
vertical?
If we can't both, we can try.
All right, y'all.
I should grab my phone.
What's up, Martin? What's up? Yeah, Andrew. Good. Let me know who. I don't think the leaders have teed off yet. Margaret says she's just fluffy. Actually, she does need a haircut as well.
She really does.
But chonky that dog is, y'all.
Yeah, it's true.
And
tissue, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Tissue.
Thank you.
Let's see.
She's a little bit of a chonker.
Margaret says it's hot as two rats. Hang on. And then that moved. I wanted to hear the rest of this. It's hot as two rats mating in a wool sock here in Houston. Sounds like Houston.
My sister lived in Houston for how long was she there? Like a few months, maybe, or
I don't know.
I can't remember.
She got out of there when she could.
Well, and that's another story altogether. Having to do with the toxic workplace.
Are we backwards? We're backwards anyway, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
We already were backwards. This is just reflecting the backwardness.
Indeed.
That is inside us.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, it's good to be with y'all. Kelly's.
That's not true.
Kelly's sticking up for Trixie.
We're backwards too. Thank you. She's so stinking cute.
You know, one of the things that I've really loved the last few weeks, she's starting to be able to get up into the big chair. If y'all remember me doing there was an advertiser that it was the Valencia home theater chairs.
Yeah.
And we got one because they supported the channel and we told everybody about it. It's still very much used. It is the Doug chair.
Yeah.
But now it is also the Trixie chair.
She thinks it's hers.
She thinks it's hers, and every
She's
time I
taking it
sit
over.
in it, she's like, "Wait just a cotton picking minute. I have to be there. If you're there, then I'm there too." So
Yep.
she'll get up. We moved our ottoman from in front of the couch over to in front of the window with a little step stool, so she could get up on it and see out the window. Well, it's close enough to the chair that she can get up on the ottoman and then get on the chair from there. She's got short little legs, but she knows what's
cute
going
how
on.
She does it too.
And I'll sit in the chair, and she's like right there with me. As soon as I sit down, she's like,
"Get out of my chair!
You're in my spot.
You're in my spot.
You're in my spot." And
she's like, "If you're here, I'm coming on too."
And then she crawls right over the top of me.
Doug is her jungle gym.
And then basically she nestles right in between my legs, and I like I'll get the feet elevated so that she's got a spot to be, and then she just sits there.
And then he has to like put his legs on kind of like either side.
I got to do the frog legs to make room for her
in the middle,
and then we just relax together.
But then
it's fun.
She'll at first be like, "I'm claiming my place."
No.
And then she starts to relax, and she'll kind of get like just laying out, like draping herself over him.
You can keep doing that.
It's adorable. Oh. It's adorable. It's so cute to watch. But she does have a lot of fur on her right now, and we keep it cool in our apartment.
She needs to get sheared.
But Doug is kind of like a human heating pad, and she lays there with him, and she's like, I'm like, then move.
I am hot stuff. That's
true. You're hot stuff.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 doctors agree. I am hot stuff.
Margaret says our cat Milo has a similar possible issue with my lap. If my feet are up, vroom, he's up in your business.
Aren't they great? Our pets just really help us, don't they? Hi, Juan. Thank you.
We have really good friends who have 2 cats in their house, and they've always had cats actually, but they talk about waking up with one curled around the top of your head, or like
they've talked about that,
batting you in the face, or just like staring at
your
wake up
like
your eyes open, and
you wake up in the middle of the night and there's a cat.
Exactly. And they tell these stories, and I'm like, see, that sounds terrible to me, and they're like, no, it's great. Like they
say our video quality is poor.
I'm sorry.
It's also the product of a church Wi-Fi. Correct. I wonder if I turn off the Wi-Fi, if that's going to. I'm going to try to go to and see if that helps any bit. If that screws us up, y'all, let us know. Yeah. So we are now off the Wi-Fi.
LTE and here in this location is also
the LTE. I think is faster than the Wi-Fi here.
I remember we often found that to be the case when we were living at the house next door to the church.
Yeah.
Here.
So, y'all, we need to talk about what's coming up this week. Coming up. If y'all can hear us okay, I've only got the one mic. Do we need the second one? I think we're okay. Okay. Yeah, sound and vision are good. Thank you, Ricky.
Okay, good.
So, tomorrow I have a very special edition coming up tomorrow because I was really excited. I've already done it. I've already done tomorrow's video, which doesn't happen very often for a Monday. Y'all, normally by the time we get to Monday, I'm like, oh crap, I got to do work. But I did this one early because it's a sponsored video, and those I need to do ahead of time to get approved from our sponsors. But y'all, this is a major brand new tune from some great musicians. I'm doing a song by Sammy Hagar that he wrote specifically to pay tribute and thank his dearly departed friend, Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
And it's a new song. It's called Encore, Thank You, and Good Night. And he apparently Eddie came to him in a dream, and he decided that he needed to write this song thanking Eddie for all of the great times and to kind of close this chapter of his performing life. And he partnered with Joe Satriani to co-write it. and Satriani plays guitar on it. And there's a lot of tapping and Eddie-esque playing on it. And there's also just some greatness from Joe Satriani. And they have Michael Anthony from Van Halen playing bass. And when Michael Anthony comes in and sings harmonies with Sammy Hagar, it freaking sounds like a classic Van Halen track. Like Van Halen. And it made me so happy. They didn't have Alex playing drums. They had Kenny Aronoff. And Kenny is an amazing drummer. Many of us know who Kenny is. He's played with so many folks.
True.
So I'm taking a look at that song tomorrow.
It's so awesome.
I'll even tell you, we hear it twice. I'm playing along at the keyboard. I absolutely was like a kid in a candy store.
It's really fun.
I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited. I'm excited to share that with y'all. It just came out like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And I'll tell this in the video. Like last week, I was just kind of scrolling my YouTube, and up pops this thing with Sammy Hagar. I'm like, what is that? I don't know. Metal Mark, the name of the song is called Encore, Thank You, Good Night. And it's classic.
It's so great.
Straight ahead power rock and roll.
Yeah.
With some metal-esque playing from Satriani, who at times it seems like he's channeling Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, true.
And at other times it seems like he's even going beyond. It's really a remarkable and
it's very him though too.
Groovy tune.
Like I think,
So that's coming up tomorrow, friends. It's going to be a lovely, lovely time. Yeah. What's up, Soggy?
It's a fun, awesome. I think it's such a great song. I remember you played it for I got to see a sneak preview of his video. It's really good. Do tune in tomorrow because you will love it and you'll have a really good time.
It'll make your Monday better, y'all.
We were both in a poor mood or bad headspace, and then we put his video on and just had a really good time with it.
Yeah.
Just it so cheered us up.
Yeah.
And put us in a much, much better headspace.
What's up, Tuco? Thank you, buddy.
We were going to a doctor's appointment. Those are never like something you look forward to.
Yeah, it cheered me
and
up
other
on
stuff was going on, and just, in addition to that, and so we just were like, ugh.
Yeah.
We were dark.
It cheered me up on the way to my doctor's appointment.
And actually, it was a very good doctor's appointment.
Yeah, so, I'm doing okay, friends. Yes. My endocrinologist says I'm doing pretty well.
He's going the right direction.
Yeah.
We're on the right path.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
It's true.
Let's see. For our
music does have healing properties.
Yeah, it does.
For sure, Margaret.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So for our Patreon community this coming week, I have like the poll of all polls going on right now. I decide, a lot of times I try to do these polls where I'll put 4 or 5 albums that I think are going to be relatively well competitive against each other. I don't want one to like run away with it and the rest to be kind of left out. But I decided this time, you know what? I'm going to go to our big master list where we've got all of these suggestions for full albums that we can do. And I'm going to sort by the most voted, the most upvoted submissions that we've got. And I'm just going to put them up against each other and let them battle it out. And there's some big albums in this. We're going with Emerson, Lake and Palmer's debut album, which over the years I've heard most of, but it's been in bits and pieces and in different areas, and I've never gotten a chance to go through from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And
because some folks were like, haven't you heard most of it?
Yeah.
But but I want to hear.
It's been so long since I heard the rest of it. I want to come back to it at some point and just listen from beginning to end because I've never had a chance to do that. And it is still the most upvoted submission to the Daily Doug that I've ever had. That album.
When he says most upvoted, he's talking about when people make
our
recommendations on our Discord submission.
So that album, that ELP debut album, is up against Pink Floyd's Division Bell, which I've heard the Division Bell, but I don't think I've heard much else from that album.
Okay.
We've got Jethro Tull with Songs from the Wood. Well, Nana, we are talking about what
Mm.
our full album reaction this week on our Patreon site is going to be. And I have a poll up where our Patreon community is choosing between Emerson, Lake and Palmer's debut album, The Division Bell from Pink Floyd, Songs from the Wood by Jethro Tull, Octopus from Gentle Giant, and Trick of the Tail from Genesis. ELP, Pink Floyd, Jethro Tull, Gentle Giant, and Genesis.
Surprised you
big time bands.
Have not yet done an EPL on a
Trick of the Tail is one of these weird ones where we've kind of popped over most of it. I think I've still only done one, maybe two. From that album. Yeah.
Wow.
We've jumped over it. I've done most of Duke. We've done some later ones, but yeah, Trick of the Tail, the very first one where Phil was lead singer, I think. And that one's in the lead right now. Pink Floyd is in second place currently, but it's a real competitive poll, and whichever one wins, we'll do that on Tuesday, and it's going to be great either way.
I always kind of love when you put up a poll like this where it's a bunch of heavy hitters and well loved and beloved albums, and I always look forward to seeing comments when you post those, because you inevitably will see it's like Sophie's Choice.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to choose?
Yeah, for people that love
albums I love so much.
For people that love music and love like these classic prog albums, especially, I get notes like it's like you're forcing me to choose between one of kids.
Which child is my favorite?
Yeah, yeah. But I will get to all of those albums for sure. All of these albums are very highly supported, and I'll get to all of them in due time. So
I relish your English. I get a little bit of a tee.
It means to us
out of it, and I've experienced
that it means something
before,
to you,
so,
and that's the cool thing. And that's the cool thing.
Yeah. The 23rd, Mojo Ben. The 23rd is my birthday. What's happening? And that's coming up.
We'll let you know on Wednesday.
5 days from now.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
On Wednesday, I'm going to get to another gaming episode. We try to do one or two of these a month, and I haven't done one yet this month.
Yeah.
As I was looking back at some of our gaming episodes, one that still is doing very, very well is the game Skyrim, with a song called Dragonborn. And I was looking into that and seeing if there's anything else from that particular game. And I decided not to go with something from Skyrim, but I am going to go back to the main theme from the Elder Scrolls 4, which is the game that comes right before that in the sequence. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because that particular game, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, has just been remastered and re-released within the last month. And there's some folks that have been writing me about that one, and it's connected to that Skyrim. And it's going to be a fun one for me to look into and dissect. And it's definitely some music that I have not yet heard, but we're going to respond to our gamers and look at some gaming music this Wednesday. That'll be fun. Yeah, Jeff, Ripples is on that album. I don't think I've heard that one. Jeff is saying that it's the best Genesis that he likes. Well, look at that. Awesome. Wonderful. And it's Rick Wakeman's birthday today. Well, we will, if I can chat, if I can talk, we will welcome Wick Wakeman on his we will welcome Wick Wakeman on his birthday. It's hard sometimes to speak English, you know? Yeah. Mojo, cool. I've been playing the remaster. Hell yeah. I believe In On Zur made both themes and they are very consonant with each other. Nice. Very, very cool. yeah, a bunch of people have been writing in and saying like, when you get back to gaming, we like these, and I've had a lot of success with the gaming stuff. They're fun for me to get into, mainly because I don't really have much context at all. So it's just diving in and just trying to see what the music is doing.
Yeah.
And trying to see which ones y'all are interested in. And this is a new game that is really taking off. It's a new old game. They completely redid it. With all of the engine that it runs on, from what I read. The engine that it runs on, the graphics are all, I don't know if the music's been redone.
That's my question too.
I will find out by Wednesday.
John may have answered that question in our chat with him, but I'll have to see. What was I gonna say? Oh, and the more gaming music Doug hears, like I think it's cool. Sorry, I've got to turn. I think
Hi Jan.
I think that I'm correct when I say this, that as you hear gaming music that you find intriguing, it makes you interested in checking out the game potentially.
Yeah.
So
and there's some of these that are going to run on, I think, a PC platform.
You may see Doug on a Twitch channel one day soon, playing some games. So
fun.
We'll see.
Yeah, Glenn, I've seen that interview. Rick does great interviews. Rick did an interview with Rick. Rick did an interview with Rick. How about that?
That's cool. Yeah. Awesome.
So let's see. What else do we have? Jan is here from Prague, one of our favorite cities.
Oh.
Hope you're enjoying that.
Is it Jan or Jan?
Jan, maybe.
Just want to make sure. That's where our John Franek is. Yeah. In Prague.
I don't have a video on Thursday this week. I probably won't do many videos on Thursdays for most of the summer, as I'm going to be working on some side projects as well. But that's okay, I guess. And let's talk about Friday. Friday is coming up on Memorial Day weekend here in America, and we are going to try to take a little bit of some time off around the weekend, although we are coming back and we're doing a Doug on Demand on Sunday. A week from today will be our next Doug on Demand. But I'm going to be doing a throwback Masterpiece Friday. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to release a relatively recent extended play lounge full album reaction that I've done. And it's a Queen album. It's Queen's Sheer Heart Attack, which I did on Patreon just a few weeks ago. And the reason why is actually a little sad, y'all.
Yeah,
we are grieving the loss of one of our council members, one of our longtime council members. Her name is Janine.
She's been there. She was there.
She's been here since near the beginning. If you've ever seen me reacting to Queen, if you've ever seen me with a Queen jacket, the leather jacket, this is the person that got me the jacket. Yeah. And the person that has been talking with me on Facebook Messenger in my DMs practically every day for years.
And her adorable cat,
just
Mercury.
Checking in. She was in her mid-70s. She loves Queen. She's been following us from the beginning, and pretty much every time I've ever done any Queen reaction, it was at her request, and I was happy to do it every single time. And I knew that she was having health issues. And so for our recent EPL a few weeks ago, I put out a Queen poll, and Sheer Heart Attack won the poll. And that's the one that I did. And I had written to her to tell her, hey, look, we got Queen coming up. And she never wrote back. And so that's not like her to be, not in communication. And I was worried about her. And come to find out, she had broken her hip. And that's all that and she was going to have surgery on it, but that's all that I've heard.
That's all we knew.
And and I hadn't heard from her all this week and the week before,
Mm.
and I was really worried. And so yesterday, it's weird to do this, but I went on the internet and
It was a hunch.
I just looked up, does she have an obituary? And yeah, she does. She passed away this past Monday. And the obituary did not say what the cause of death was, but it was a lovely written obituary. She lived a full life and was passionate about the band that she loves, and would always tell me, hey, we got Queen. Don't forget about Queen. Don't forget.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's one of the things, when you, as we have built the channel and had this community crop up, um, it's you become really good friends with these folks, and and it's sad when they leave us. A couple of years ago, one of our good friends, Tom, passed away um, suddenly, and it blindsided us. Like we didn't even know he wasn't even sick. He just had an episode and ended up not making it.
Yeah.
And
So sudden, way too soon.
yeah. So
and honestly, I mean, I know Janine was in her mid-70s, but even that to me it was so unexpected
yeah,
for that to happen this fast. I know she had health issues, but it just for me it felt kind of
yeah,
out of out of the blue.
yeah.
So yesterday was a rough day. Yeah, Margaret, Mercury
If I hear
needs a home,
anything,
we'll take him.
yeah, her cat, whose name is Mercury, after Freddie Mercury,
Yeah.
is what?
I was gonna say don't do this just yet.
Oh, okay.
Just for a moment. Yeah, not quite yet.
Okay.
No, I am assuming I know that Janine had enough people who, I mean, she lived by herself, just her and Mercury. Um, but I do know she had a neighbor who she kept an eye on,
Mm-hmm.
and some close friends around her. And so I'm hopeful that one of them has Mercury. I do know Janine well enough too to know that she was
Yeah,
organized,
she'll have something in
especially with
place.
her life. And she knew she wasn't doing
Yeah.
well. I'm sure, I guarantee
Yeah.
she had all that stuff worked out. So I'm hopeful that that's true,
Hmm.
because she loved Mercury
Yeah, but it
so
was a weird
much.
feeling to have not heard anything, and
Yeah,
then you go
'cause she
online and happen
regularly
to
was
find
in.
something like, yeah, that's the obituary of my friend.
She and Doug were
Shit.
regularly in touch with each other. I can't believe
I shared it with our community on the Discord.
that threw us for a loop yesterday.
A we ended up having an impromptu Queen listening party in honor of Janine last night,
Yeah.
which was nice.
Yeah, thank you. Is Ray on?
I haven't seen Ray, but yeah,
Big
thanks to
thanks
Ray
to Ray
for running that,
for being thoughtful
spearheading that.
in that regard. That I thought that was a really
So
lovely idea,
this
and
coming
it was
Friday,
great.
I'm going to record a new introduction to that extended play lounge with the jacket
Yeah.
and pay tribute to Janine, and then we'll share Queen's great music.
I'm just hopeful we
And
don't get a block on
I
that or
hope not.
something. Like, we're gonna try, y'all.
If the karma in the universe is working in any way,
Yeah.
we'll be okay to do it.
Maybe
So
Janine can give some kind of
yeah,
a spiritual push from the beyond.
yeah. Hey, Janine, if you're around,
Yeah.
just kind of fly over to Google's headquarters and bang those guys in the head and say, "Quit copyright blocking
I
Doug's
talked
videos."
to her a little bit yesterday.
Did you tell
Just
her?
for like a minute. No, not about that.
Oh, good.
No. I just said that I hope that because she grieved for her husband passed in
18,
like
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
And I think it was the same year that their daughter passed.
Yeah.
I think she came first, and then
Yeah.
he passed.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I talked with her a little bit, and I told her that I hope she's with her husband and their daughter.
Yeah.
And I saw someone said maybe she'll Kelly, maybe she'll run into Freddie and they'll raise a glass to you. And I
That
hadn't
sounds like
thought about
that
that, but
sounds
I
great.
love
I
that.
bet they're already doing it.
I bet they are.
So
And I told her I hope someone's taking really good care of
Yeah.
Mercury for you, and
So
that we'll miss her.
that's our week,
Yeah.
friends. It's going to be a lovely week. I've got a brand new song on Metal Monday by Sammy Hagar and Joe Satriani,
That's awesome.
paying tribute to Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
And
Tune in
then
for that. It's so good.
one of 5 absolute classic albums from one of these great prog rock bands. Right now, it's looking like Genesis with Trick of the Tail for Tuesday.
On the Patreon.
Yeah, on the Patreon. On Wednesday, I'm looking at some gaming theme from the Elder Scrolls for Oblivion because of its recent re-release and remaster, and we're going to do that. Matthew, yeah, okay. The EPL selections. Check this out. We've got Emerson, Lake and Palmer's debut album, The Division Bell from Pink Floyd. We've got Songs from the Wood from Jethro Tull. We've got Octopus from Gentle Giant and Trick of the Tail from Genesis. The only one missing is like Yes, and that would have made it even harder, right? But I just went with like 5 of our very most upvoted submissions that we went and just said, y'all just battle it out and see which one wins. And it's looking like it's going to be Genesis. We have a bunch of Genesis fans on the Patreon. And then on Friday, Margaret, yeah, or Rush. But I've done Rush recently here on the channel. And so, yeah, so I didn't include them. But one of those Rush albums, I think, what's the one with angels? Clockwork Angels? Is that the last one? That one I think has a bunch of upvotes that I'll get to at some point. And then on Friday we'll release that extended play lounge, the entire album by Queen called Sheer Heart Attack in honor of our friend Janine. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Ruth. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Trick of the Tail. I think Madman Moon is the only thing I've heard from that, and that's been a long time. So I'm really eager to hear that. Really eager to hear that. It's going to be lovely. What's going on?
I don't see it on your screen anymore, but I think it was Joaquin said. There it is. If you want to react to a really hot one, check the first single from the project President. They got 500,000 on their first release from this Friday. Oh, like this past Friday?
Holy
Sleep Token
crap.
Connected-ish, blowing up on. We will look into that. Thank you.
Thank you, Joaquin.
Thank you.
I like to stay current with what the kids are listening to, you know?
Well, and honestly, because there's a lot of like metal and like the that kind of music still to tap into, and there's a lot of stuff from the past, but I feel like Sleep Token is awesome, we're finding.
Yeah.
And so
answer Anton,
I'm encouraging Doug to let's keep diving into new metal and new, like hard rock and whatever. Like let's keep diving into new stuff because there's good music being made.
Yeah, Anton, we've gotten on the Sleep Token bandwagon. The latest album from Ghost we've listened to. Gosh, who else? Haken is an active band, prog metal that we're into.
Yeah, I love Haken.
I really love Big Train, although I don't put as much of their. Yeah, they're more of a prog rock band.
Right.
I don't do as much of their stuff on
the Warning is so good
on the channel as I should. But yeah, Bandmade, Love Bites, The Warning. We've got a bunch of new active bands that are kind of coming into their prime. We've done some bands that have a lot of credibility, Opeth and Tool.
We'll check that out, Metal Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent.
So keep going. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to say before my brain forgot.
No, I think that's about it, really.
Yeah, Opeth.
And we'll keep at it. Y'all have any other questions for us as we're going here?
Some
Carnival. Thank you, Heat Miser. Oh, here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. I even though we're here at the church, I brought an album that we received in our PO box yesterday, and I'm excited as crap about it because I'm going to take. You'll even hear it. Taking the plastic off.
Excellent.
And I'm going to see.
We're
this
so excited about
because
so excited about
our friend Fran sent us. I don't know if she is the Tedeschi Trucks Band, a double LP, and it's called Revelator.
I'm so excited about this.
And it says it's a limited edition of 1,500 individually numbered copies on red colored vinyl, and it includes an insert, and it's an audiophile heavyweight vinyl, and indeed it is stamped. There's a little thing on the back here. You almost can't even tell, but it's emblazoned. This is number 1393.
Like embossed.
Embossed, yeah. It's kind of put in there, and so it's a numbered one.
1393.
And y'all, I'm excited
exciting.
as shit about this. I mean, you don't get this kind of artwork on a CD. That's pretty cool. I want to see what color.
Well, you can, but
you can.
Smaller
There's
version.
the insert.
Smaller version.
There's the insert, and I want to see what color of vinyl what color the vinyl. It is red. Y'all check this out.
Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
I think that this album is going to have a spot on the turntable very soon. And
we were going to yesterday, but the day kind of got away from us with other stuff. So
yeah, the news of Janine's passing really kind of threw us for a loop yesterday.
I think we really both, because we had intended to sit and listen to that, but we heard that news, and then we both kind of went off into our own separate spaces to kind of process a little bit, right? Like you had the golf on, and I was like just back in our bedroom doing some things, and we just kind of like went to our separate corners. It wasn't a spoken thing. It just sort of happened that way, and we just kind of processed.
Robert, thank you for asking. It's been a long time since I worked on that. He's asking if I've worked on my original prog rock song in a while. Yeah. Some months ago, I said, you know what? I haven't written anything in a while. I should try to write a prog song.
Some time ago.
And I even shared a little bit on not Facebook, on Patreon about our progress on that. Since I shared that video, I haven't worked a lick on it. Mainly because I've been trying to keep up here with all of our work on the Daily Doug, and I've had another project, a book project, that's been taking up all of my secondary time. And Robert, I'm thankful for that. Thank you. He says what you shared was awesome.
It is really
good. I haven't worked on anything. I mean, I've been playing a lot. I've been making a lot of music, but writing, I haven't been doing much lately. Yeah. So.
I'm
wonderful.
Scrolling back because a couple people mentioned Carnival, and there was something else too. Just trying to.
Jan, we'll get back to some more Iron Maiden too. It's been a while. It's time for some more Maiden. I'm thinking about getting to another album and doing the album treatment from Iron Maiden, like we did earlier this year. And I'm thinking about doing that before too long. The question is, will I do it on Mondays or Fridays? That's the only thing. But we've got Maiden. They'll be coming back before too long.
Someone mentioned hoping for more King Crimson. Yeah, there will definitely be more King Crimson over on Doug's Patreon. Wish we could do it on YouTube, but they tend to block.
We typically get to a couple of albums a year on the Patreon from King Crimson. We've
Oh,
done
there it is.
5 of theirs now, maybe 6,
Hagani.
but they're all over on Patreon. Robert, that's awesome. I'd love to hear it. Thank you. Yeah, Anton, if I ever finish it, I'll try to share it. We've got enough friends, especially in our community, that are musicians that I could, probably farm out some guitar playing and some bass playing and some keyboards and drums and everything else, and we could probably put it together.
It's a great thing about our Daily Doug community. We've got all kinds of musicians there. So we've talked about like wanting to learn guitar, and I've talked about wanting to learn how to play bass, and can't remember who it was over on our Discord. This has been some time ago, but I remember mentioning it, and someone someone from our Discord, may have been Peter, I can't remember, was like, well, there are a few of us here who can teach you how to play bass. And I'm like, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really quite a great community.
Can't remember who it may have been Sam, perhaps, had the idea of you like if you were to take like drum lessons, for example, and to like video your lessons and sessions when you're working on it, or when you're working on your drumming, and to put that out on YouTube, like show us your progress as you learn how to play drums.
Watch Doug struggle to hold a drumstick the correct way.
You already are good. You're a good percussion player. And
I have decent rhythm.
And you are actually working on the drumming now with somebody.
Yeah, I'm bartering. One of our patrons. I'm teaching them some voice lessons, and they're teaching me some drum lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are they teaching you traditional grip?
Yeah, because the one I don't the
thumb up versus
the thumb, the one where your hands like that, there's no way I could do that, especially with my left hand.
It's really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I can barely play piano with my left hand.
So you're doing it this way.
Yeah,
okay.
They're the same each way. That's what I got to do.
I had to learn both, and when I was in college and took I had to learn how to play all the instruments.
Yeah.
And drums and percussion.
Sorry, Andrew. Just rewind and watch from the beginning. Yeah, man. It's that darn third Sunday of the month. I try to remind people.
Sorry about that.
And it just sometimes the weekend gets away from us. So yeah, you found us. We've been here for about 50 minutes.
Oh, you gotta go too.
Yeah, Kelly, I've given voice lessons in the past. I minored in voice in my undergrad.
Yeah, if y'all are interested, email. It's
Doug,
the Daily Doug.
Saying bass.
It's the Daily Doug at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And let Doug know if you're interested in
it's hard
voice or
hard to do voice lessons
or music theory
over Zoom.
True.
The person that I'm giving voice lessons to is someone who's local in New Jersey who I get to meet in person.
Yeah.
Doing composition lessons via Zoom, doing other types of music lessons is no problem. But doing voice lessons over Zoom is not easy.
It's a good point. Sorry,
it's kind of crappy, actually. So I could try, but yeah. I don't know. If you want a voice lesson, maybe I could come to your town. I don't know.
It depends how far away you are.
We'll see. Yeah. That's cool. Iron Maiden is starting a new tour. I wonder who their new drummer is going to be. Good
question.
Yeah, I haven't heard who they got. Ricky, no, it's not Bon Jovi. It
Who's
is not.
What?
The person that I'm teaching.
Oh, yeah, no.
No.
That's funny.
Mark, yeah, I can't remember. For Iron Maiden, I'll probably go for the next album on the list after the last one that I did, and it's been so long now that I off the top of my head I don't remember what the name of it was. But I'll probably do the next one. observer. No, it's not the boss either. Bruce knows how to sing. Bruce can do it. Bruce can do it. And
yeah, he can do it.
Yeah. But
he's still kicking ass.
For today, I think we're going to call it a day because I've got this service that's going to start in about 9 minutes. So I need to run. But just for a recap, friends, here's what we've got coming up this week. In about an hour, 2 o'clock, we've got a music club over on our Discord.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Fun variety of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I've got a brand new song for Metal Monday from Sammy Hagar and Joe Satriani. It is a song it is a song of love and tribute and thankfulness to their good, dearly departed friend, Eddie Van Halen. Yeah. I've already recorded it, and
it's so good.
It's really great. Tuesday will be our extended play lounge for our Patreon audience. Right now, it looks like it's going to be Genesis and Trick of the Tail. Soggy Estrone is doing the music club this time, and I think he's got the
variety of
plethora of tunes
of music from different genres, but stuff that he has come to love and enjoy over the last few years or so, that he feels deserve more recognition. And so he wanted to highlight them for those who want to come in here. But it'll be like some prog metal, some electronica, some scores. He said, yeah, it's a variety of stuff. It'll be a good time. Some pop rock a little bit. Yeah.
On Wednesday, I'm going back to a gaming episode. We're going to look at the main theme to the game, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And the main reason why I've picked this one is because the game has been newly remastered and re-released, and there's a lot of energy behind it right now. And that one's the precursor to Skyrim, which we've also taken a look at. So I want to come back to music from that era. And then on Friday, we're going to share a Queen extended play lounge, a full album reaction to Sheer Heart Attack from Queen. And this is inspired by our dear friend Janine, who passed away recently, and who is a great Queen fan. And we're going to lift her memory up and listen to some great music from Queen. So that is what's going on.
Jakob or Jacob, thank you.
Thank you, Jacob.
On behalf of
Rock and roll.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Thanks, Robert.
Rock and roll, rock and roll. And then we've got some fun happening this Memorial Day weekend. But this next Sunday, a week from today, we have our next Doug on Demand for our council members and Doug's Angels.
Yeah.
I will send you more information.
Love those. They're so much fun.
On that. And
so much good music.
We're off and running.
I
need to. Oh, sorry. There you go. I need to go and get ready and play this service.
Yeah.
So we will say thank you and good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Love y'all.
All righty. Thanks, friends.
Love everybody.
Okay, next time I'll try to be horizontal.
Yeah.
Right, and not backwards. Right.
I remember you showed me how this happens, and it's okay.
What are you gonna do?
It's fine.
What are you gonna do? Okay. All right. The piano is calling, friends. I got to run.
Yeah.
Much love. See you soon.
Much love, everybody.
Peace. My finger goes up here.
That's where it goes.
Amen.